Hey everybody, it's Nintuba64 here. Welcome to part 4 of my Let's Play of Mega Man X. In the last episode, we destroyed Spark Mandrill, Armored Armadillo, and Launch Octopus. Now we're going to take on Boomer Kuwanger. And as I said, I'm pretty sure Kuwanger is a kind of beetle. I might be wrong. That's what I think it is. Hey kitty. But this level it has a ton of vertical hallways. Now, I don't mind them like this when you aren't having to just climb them and be hit by enemies that can make you not be able to climb them. And there's a weapon that would be very useful. I love how whenever a boss has a weakness, or let's say Flame Mammoth is Chill Penguin's weakness. Now, no, this is mainly the only example, but let's just say that this level has a lot of vertical hallways. Now, having just invincibility would be really useful because you can be hit off of the other enemies. You know who has it? Boomer Kuwanger's weakness, so it means going through another difficulty. I think that's a cool little piece of level design. It may sometimes be annoying, but I think it's just a good way to think, okay, choose your poison. And I admire that about this game. Everything was thought out. The level design, the movement speed, that's another awesome thing. You can go as fast or as slow as you want to in this game. Actually, there are only 2 speeds, but they're the 2 perfect speeds. And now we're going to an outdoors vertical hallway with a bunch of turrets coming out of the ground, which I'm getting hit by. I didn't plan on getting hit by that. Please don't unsubscribe because I suck. No, I'm just joking. I'm not a subscription whore. Do it if you want to see all my videos. Even though you can still see all my videos. I only learned what the point of the subscription was recently. Or not recently, a couple of years ago. I was like, okay, why can't I just go straight to their channel? What's the point? But it's like, holy crap, this is so much more user-friendly. But off the subject of me being hey, subscribe! Or, I actually do enjoy this level, even though it has a ton of vertical hallways, just from the fact that I think it's charming. I like the fact that there are lizards climbing up and down ladders. I think it's original and creative. And why didn't I destroy that turret? That's gonna come back and bite me in the butt. What? There, turret, you must die. Die, Mr. Turret. Wow. Okay, I suck. I suck. Wow, okay. I really shouldn't be running out of stuff to talk about. Then just get up there! Finally! Good X. Would not want to be knocked down there by that lizard. Now just grab the ladder. And one cool thing about this level, which is one of the reasons I like it a lot, is the fact that it's actually thought by a lot of people that you need to have this boss's weapon in order to get the heart tank. But actually, if you have Chill Penguin's weapon and the arm upgrade, there's a really cool thing you can use with the sled, if this will get out of the way. And I didn't charge it enough. That's gonna mean we have to wait, and you guys don't like waiting. Anyway, if you let out the sled and jump on it, even when it's falling, you can still jump off of it to up there to get the heart tank. And the way that they plan you to get it using this boss's weapon, he's Boomer Kuwanger. If you can't guess, he has a boomerang as his weapon. It just drags in enemy drops and upgrades. There's only one other thing that you need it for, like upgrade. There's a couple of pickups you need it for. By pickups, I mean health, not permanent, just replenishing. When I say pickups, I mean replenishing. When I say upgrades, I mean permanent. Okay, now that we have that down, what else should I say? When I mean 7, but when I say 9, I mean 3. So 79 is actually 73 when you're talking to me. And now let's proceed on to the boss. It is a... Why did I just do that? Why did I just do that? Don't equip Rolling Shield. The boss is actually pretty simple. I don't know if I'll live. Don't have a sub-tank and I can literally take like one hit. So if I die, big deal. Because his weakness has a lot of energy, and it's actually a pretty good weapon. It's a homing weapon, so if you want, you can just hang up in the corner on one side, and whenever it gets under you, I suggest moving. That's why I'm not moving. Because I totally always obey my own advice. I know. I chose to stay up there to show you what happens, so I'm giving you reason to obey me. Anyways, just equip the homing torpedo again. Can't do that in between screens. Kind of annoying. I really wish you could trade weapons in between screens. What's funny is that is one of the few Mavericks that when you initially see it, it's not on the right side of the screen. That's just something I find kind of interesting. Equip it and just shoot him. See, it homes so well. It's not like kind of homing. Like, it'll turn by maybe 20 degrees. It'll do a couple of 360s to hit this guy. And that's what makes it so good. And that's what makes this boss pretty simple. I mean, I'm taking hits left and right, but that's just because I suck. Think of if someone competent was fighting him. It'd be scary at how easy he was. Anyways, after you beat him, you get the boomerang. I don't know what the full name is because I don't really care. It will always be the boomerang to me. Even though the boomerang in Zelda kind of has a right curve, and this is 2D, so it can't curve to the right, it curves from down to up, then back down to you. Unless you're jumping, then it curves from up to down, then back up to you. So you can't jump and cause it to hit very high enemies. But you can jump and cause it to go even lower if you don't jump very high. Now we're heading back to the Spark Mandrill stage, because if at the beginning you notice there was an area to go downwards, if you took that downward path, you would meet a wall, but behind that wall there would be a sub-tank, and we're about to get to the wall in question after we beat these bolt cannons. See, sub-tank, you just need to use your boomerang cutter, equip it, jump, and jump enough for it to go downwards, and grab it. Now I'm just going to exit level, and then I'm going to take on Sting Chameleon. In my opinion, Sting Chameleon, he looks awesome. Even though he kind of does look like he's on an acid trip with those big buggy eyes. Can you blame him? He's a robot. It would probably stink to be a robot. How would I know? I could ask an amputee. It's like, what's it like being a cyborg? Oh, if that was insulting, I'm very sorry. I respect everyone with Jarvik hearts unless they give me a reason not to that's unrelated to, you know. I don't care if you've been amputated. That's what I'm trying to say. I suck at not insulting people. I'm sorry if I did. Please forgive me. Now, in order to get the heart piece, you just want to fall down here. And if you're wondering, this level, if you remember from episode 1, I said there are 4 upgrades. There are arms, legs, and head, and body. Now, we don't have the body yet. That means the body is in this level. If you're wondering why I didn't take on Sting Chameleon first to get the body upgrade, because, I mean, it's pretty easy. It's just because you wouldn't be able to get that heart container, and I don't want to revisit levels if I don't have to. Now, in order to get this Dr. Light capsule, you're going to need to defeat this mini-boss, which I believe was meant to be the Mega Man X version of Otto, because it makes sense. They're both green, they're both large, and they're both... I mean, I'm assuming this guy is made by Dr. Light. I mean, he's guarding a Dr. Light capsule. If Sigma knew about them and put robots there to keep you from doing it, from accepting them, wouldn't he just destroy it instead? It makes sense. And another thing I'm wondering, why were there only 4 Dr. Light capsules? I mean, you only need to upgrade 4 parts of your body, but he put them in... It seems, if you ever look at the map, that all the Mavericks are in just about the same area. Maybe they're localized to maybe 30 square miles. Or maybe even 300, but still, 300 square miles is not a lot. Maybe 30 by 10. They're in a very small area. Why don't they spread the Mavericks out? So, or maybe, since this is the first one, it was near the beginning of the Maverick Rebellion. So, the Mavericks hadn't gained very much popular sport. And the reason I'm just not talking about the boss battle, which I just won, is because he has a fairly predictable pattern. Just shoot him in the head, and he has a ton of HP, but he's easy to dodge. Now, this is where you get, in my opinion, the second most useful upgrade in the game behind the leg upgrade. This is the body upgrade. All this does, it essentially doubles your health. If an enemy did 10 damage now before, it only does 5 now, and that's still a lot, so don't get hit, but it doubles your health. It doesn't double your health, it doubles your defense, which is the same as doubling your health. If something did 1 damage before, it'll still do 1 damage, so it doesn't entirely double your health. The doubled health would be slightly better. Now, you don't want to destroy rocks. There's nothing in the game, just don't destroy rocks. That's rude. Why would you want to destroy rocks? If you were a rock, would you want someone to just take a chisel or a Mega Buster and shoot you? No. Do unto other rocks as you would have them do to you. AKA, don't fall on their too, because that hurts. And you get a free life up here, because even though it's not really free, it took a whole 4/10 of a second to get that. And another example of using the right armor, which is fun. If you keep it in here and don't jump, it will eventually sink. So I don't suggest doing that, because being in the right armor means you won't take damage. And I'm gonna jump, but I really do want that energy, because if you can't tell by looking in the upper left-hand corner of the screen, I don't have full energy, and having full energy is good. That's the whole point of using a right armor. Why squander it? And I don't know why I'm avoiding that guy. Pacifism! And I took a hit. I really should have just killed him. But I kept from killing someone, and if it meant getting punched in the face to avoid killing someone, I think that's worth it, in my opinion. I don't like stabbing people in the face or other parts of their body. Cutting them is a totally different story. Cutting people is fun, but no stabbing. Now that we're on the Stink Million stage, you are going to want to get him into a sort of a pattern, in a sense, because what you want to do is, whenever he appears, try to hit him with the boomerang cutter, again, bounce around you, and shoot in the opposite direction that he currently is, and you'll just get him in this stun lock, and the battle will go very smoothly. It'll actually be fairly difficult if you don't. Stink Million is not an optimal first boss. That's another reason why I did not take him on first to get the defense upgrade. And now that he's gone, I think I'm gonna end the episode off. Next time on Let's Play Mega Man X, I'm going to get the super secret upgrade and begin the Sigma stages. See you then. Goodbye.